You have a problem with me? Say less, son. I got you. In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you about fighting and how soldiers handle arguments during Army basic training and some of the consequences that come with it. And it starts right now. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Team SWARTZ. I'm Sergeant First Class SWARTZ, your local recruiter for the New York Army National Guard. And here on this channel, I provide a ton of Army basic training tips and my personal opinions and insights about the Army and the Army National Guard. So if that's what you're into and you're looking to learn more about it, you can start now by hitting that subscribe button and hitting that bell icon so that you can stay in the know. So let's get right into it. The Army invests a minimum of $75,000 to $150,000 to transition you and to train you from a civilian into a soldier. And they take this very, very seriously, so do not get into a physical altercation with any other soldier, and to include your drill sergeants, okay? And throughout your military career. So, with that being said, in basic training, keep your hands to yourself. Some of the consequences that one can face in Army basic training at minimum is they can lose rank, they can lose pay, you can be subjected to extra duty, meaning that your orders can be extended for any amount of time that they so choose, and you'll be doing it for free. So you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that, okay? Worst case scenario, you'll face jail time, like military jail time, which is like far worse than civilian jail, and you'll be discharged from the military before you even start your career. So be the opposite of Nike. Just don't do it. With that being said, you have to understand that you are considered government property. So if you take it upon yourself to inflict bodily harm to somebody else, you are destroying government property and they will punish you as a result. So now let's get into some ways that one at Army basic training can handle this without getting to that extreme level of getting to a physical altercation with somebody else. And that is A, talk to them like a man or a woman, you know? We are soldiers, and you need to respect each other's personal space. So just because you're upset with somebody doesn't give you the right, no matter what they do to you, to put their hands on them. So with that being said, you must talk to them, man on man, one-on-one, woman to woman, or man on to woman, whatever the case may be. Be a human being and talk to them. Talk it out and come to a reasonable solution to whatever the problem is. If you messed up, apologize and keep it moving. And if you can't handle it amongst yourselves, you must get your student leadership involved. And that includes your team leader, your squad leader, or your platoon guide, the person that's in charge of the platoon. Either a platoon guide or a platoon leader, whatever the new term is today, that's who you're gonna go talk to. And if your student leadership can't fix it, you're gonna get your drill sergeants involved. Okay? Get your drill sergeants involved to handle it, squash it, because the last thing you want to do is to get into a physical fight and ruin your career before it begins. When I was Army basic training, I had, I got into an argument with somebody and it almost got physical. So I had a fight or flight response. I could either fight back and ruin my career, or I can handle it like a man and try to talk it out. So essentially, I don't even remember what the argument was about, because a lot of times it's pretty minor. But this person, this soldier, decided to grab me by my top, my shirt, slam me up against the wall, saying whatever he wanted to say, and I had a choice. Do I punch and elbow this person? Or do I de-escalate and try to talk to this person and reason with them? And that's exactly what I did. I was like, yo man, before we do something that we're both going to regret, get your hands off of me, please, and let's go talk this out. I don't know, but it worked. He let go of me, we went and talked about it, we talked it over, and we squashed it. We didn't have to get anyone else involved. I mean, a lot of people were pulling us apart because it was getting heated pretty quick. But take the high road, even if that means that you look like a chump. Take the high road, because that other person is not worth your career. Sometimes, and I don't recommend this, you might want to get the drill sergeant's permission on this, but sometimes I've heard of privates having a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu or hand-to-hand combat match in the back of the barracks. Now, warn you, I'm not saying that you can get away with this or that it's authorized, but I'm just saying if you have a controlled environment where in the back of the barracks, sometimes drill sergeants are involved, so that way no one gets out of control, and you have some rules, either tap out, obviously you're not going to kill them and choke them out completely, but I've heard of some privates having a match in the back and they leave it on the mat and that's it. So that's one way. The other way is when you're doing combatives, right? Let's say you have a verbal altercation with somebody, it gets heated, and you're holding a grudge and you want to mess them up. During Army combatives, whether it's the pugil sticks or if you have a match with the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu portion of your hand-to-hand combat, and if you have the ability to call that person out, call them out. Be like, yo, Sunshine, get over here. I want you. And then you go out there into the pit. Everyone's going to circle around you. Drill sergeants are there. You get your mouth guards in there. Back to back like this. They're back here. You take 3 steps and you turn around and you go at it. Leave it on the mat. When that match is over, win or lose, or if it's a tie, leave it on the mat. No harm, no foul. Let go of your feelings and move forward. Bugles is another great option, like I just mentioned before. Bugles are awesome because it's big A, thick, and it's got padding throughout the whole thing. You got your helmet on, you got your chest guard on, groin guard if you're a male, mouth guard, and you got these big ass hockey gloves, and you're like bang, 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 beating them up. Let out your frustrations, like I said, call them out and just let it out. Okay? Leave it in the pit. My last words about fighting during Army basic training, again, I want to reiterate, be the opposite of Nike. Just don't do it. Remember your why. Like, you're at Army basic training for a reason, right? And you chose to join for a major reason. Because no one just wakes up one morning and be like, today's a great day to join the Army. No one does it. So remember your why. Do not jeopardize your military career before beginning your career and getting it started. Basic training is tough. Not just physically and mentally, but you have to understand that in Army basic training, you're going to be meeting people of all types of different cultures, different experiences, different upraisings, different personality types. And in general, people are just going to be completely out of their comfort zone. You have no personal space, no personal time. You're jam-packed with 60 soldiers in the barracks. You're bound to rub some elbows with somebody. You're bound to get upset with somebody. And you're bound to want to fight and punch them in the throat. Just don't do it. Bottom line is, the other person isn't worth it. So just don't do it. Remember your why. Do what you're supposed to do, which is get to basic training, get qualified and graduate and move on to your advanced individual training. Or if you're an OSA, finish your training. Earn the title of becoming a United States soldier. Well, that's it. That's all I have for you. Thank you for joining me here at Team SWARTZ. If you liked the video, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't, give me the opposite. Do me a favor, share this video. And don't forget, hit that subscribe button. I'll see you in the next video.